Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Specs. My name is Stephanie and today we're going to begin our discussion on the distributive property. So the distributive property is an algebraic property and it basically tells us how to approach, for example, the product of A and the parentheses, this sum in the parentheses, okay? So when we use the distributive property, for example here, we're going to distribute A to these two numbers. So it would be A times B plus A times C. And it would be the same thing if, say, for example, A was on the right-hand side. So we would just distribute it like this into this parentheses. So it would be A times B and A times C. Okay, or if you really wanted to show, it would be A times C plus A times B. Okay, plus A times C. Okay, and if we also had a difference within these parentheses, and we wanted to distribute the A into this, then it would be the same thing. We would distribute this here, so it would be A times B minus A times C. And if A was on the right-hand side as well, it would work the exact same way. So A times C minus A times B. Okay. So it just basically helps us to kind of simplify our expressions. So let's go ahead and continue. So here we have an example where we're asked to use the distributive property. So for A, I have 2 times and then x minus 2 in the parentheses. So I'm going to distribute the 2. So I'm going to multiply 2 times x and then 2 times 2, and I have to carry this the sign. So 2 times x will be 2x minus, well, and then this is a positive, this is a negative, so my answer will be negative. So 2 times 2 will be 4. Okay, so this is when we distribute the 2 into this difference, x minus 2. For B, I have 8 times 9 plus x. So again, I distribute the 8 to both. So I have 8 times 9, which will give me 72, plus 8 times x will give me 8x. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Here we're asked to also use the distributive property. So 4 is on the right. So we'll just distribute it like this and multiply it. So 4 times 3x, and 3x is positive. So I will get 12x, and then 4 times positive 1 will give me positive 4. For B, I have 2 times 9 minus y. So I'm going to distribute this 2 into this difference right here. So 2 times 9, they're both positive, so I'll get positive 18. And then 2 times negative y will give me negative 2y. Okay. And we can also apply the distributive property to what we already know about area, specifically the area of a rectangle. So if we have this, so if you recall, the area of a rectangle is the product of the length times the width, so length times width. So if we wanted to apply this to these rectangles here, this whole length would be x plus 2, and then this whole side would be 3, right? So how would we express the area of this? It would be the length times the width. So my length is x plus 2, and all of this would be in the parentheses times 3. So this would be our area. Could also write it like this. Okay. Now, if for this rectangle on the right, if this part of this side was x and this part was 2, for example, if this part was 2 and then this whole side was 3, how would we express the area for this? Well, for this side, we'd have to add, right? Because if this whole side, we need to know what is the length of this entire side. And I said that this from here to here is x. We don't know this, we just call it x. It's an unknown number. And from here to here, it's 2. So this entire side would be x plus 2. And this whole side is 3. So our area, we said, is length times width. So my length is going to be x plus 2. Remember, I have to keep the parentheses. And my width, I have to multiply it. It's 3 in this case. Okay, and you can also write it as 3x plus 2, and that would be our area as well. Okay, so this is our application for the distributive property onto area. So that is a conclusion of our brief introduction to the distributive property. And today we worked on some relevant examples. We also learned how the distributive property can be applied to area of rectangles. And next time we will begin our practice set for the distributive property. So I hope that you can join me for that. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And I do hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.